is however you want it. Sign up for free. It's your domain at the top, your sender emails, your tracking links, your everything. You manage the limits. You manage, if you want to resell the A/B test at a higher price, I don't give a shit. I only care about the volume. I need to make sure I can pay the systems for the amount that you sent, and that's it. So then you can create your own pricing plan based on that, because you know exactly, and it's not per customer volume, it's you. If you make 1 million, you want to send 1 million emails, then you get the smaller pricing. It's not, oh, but you have a 25,000 account and 25,000, half of that,
Yeah.
you know, no, your total volume is what you're going to pay me. So you know exactly how much it's going to cost. And then you can resell your plans the way you want.
Okay.
And you can turn on and off features, and we're making it even more intuitive at the moment. So I don't know if I can, if we want to sign in as like as a customer. No, I can't right now. I need to leave.
Okay.
Now, for every email, we'll let you know which one landed and which one didn't, right?
Oh,
and yeah. So we tell you for each single one of them, because it allows you, like, as you can see, different emails. An email can come from one IP, but now it can come from, so every email came from the same or different IPs. So you can see that maybe certain IPs tend to have more in the spam. Oh, if it's this IP that it's always spam, maybe there's a problem with the IP. It allows you to reverse engineer what you need to investigate, instead of like, you know, let's do everything. Let's list, like engagement, just figure out what the problem is, and that's it. When you click on each one, we'll give you even more information if you care for it. Oh, sorry, I have 2 pages open at the same time. Let me log out from the other one. Okay, I forgot.
And in this meantime, can I ask like just 2 questions?
Ask main questions.
So number one, I'm seeing that it says Hotmail, even though Hotmail is Outlook now.
Outlook, Microsoft, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, we also have G Suite and business addresses for Microsoft, because Microsoft has this, it's all the same spam filter, but not the Microsoft business.
Yeah.
Google is the same spam filter. It's the same spam filter, but they make different decisions, which is the difference.
Okay.
So Microsoft has 2 spam filters, one for each, but Google has 1 spam filter, and they make decisions based on the recipient. So B2B, they understand that people can do B2B legally. Don't be a dick about it and have high spam rates, but so that it means that you can have higher spam rates if you're sending only B2B, for example. They made that difference, but it's still only 1 spam filter.
Okay.
So for each one, you get spam assassin scores. Not every, it doesn't really, Google doesn't give a shit about spam assassin. But if you have a customer who's doing only B2B and is sending emails to Proofpoint, then maybe you want to know what spam assassin cares about. Okay. Then based on all the IPs that we see in the test, we'll put them all together and we'll tell you if there are any block lists. Same thing for the domain if it's on a block list. And then we monitor the authentication to tell you if it's okay from the source it came from. Okay. Because it might be authenticated, but you didn't do your G Suite account. So you're authenticated with MailChimp, not with G Suite, right?
I see that. Okay, so this is, and I'm trying to explain this to myself while you're explaining it to me. This looks like Glock apps on fucking steroids, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
I like this better than Glock apps because it's more for nerds like me who want to see this detail. Because Postmaster is great, but it doesn't tell you what fucking IP by number is going wrong. So, okay, cool. Show me more.
Perfect. And okay, so then for GP, this is going to be nice for you if you have a lot of customers, because you have one dashboard with all of them together. You don't have to click on every one of them.
That's
you can also
really fucking nice. I really
also filter it. Thank you.
Yes.
You can do that like that. If you have any customers that have like their own, like for example, you can see a couple of outspot here.
Yeah.
So when I go to the reverse, of course, it's all the customers together, but for them to manage their IP pools, why would they have a low reputation domain mixed in with medium reputation domains? They would want to take that domain out of there, or they do it on purpose because they want the bigger one to help the other one, whatever. But this way they can see what is happening instead of Google Postmaster, which is all individual. It's just made for people like us that, okay, I want to wake up in the morning, make sure everything's okay. And then of course we have your dashboards. These are neutral inboxes. So if, for example, I have a relationship with you and I'm sending you emails and you love it, even if I have bad deliverability, you're most likely going to get the email anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this means that in a neutral inbox, a new subscriber, somebody who just opened the inbox and Google doesn't know what they like, that's what Google thinks of you. That doesn't mean for real, 96% of your emails are going to spam, right? But it tells you right now, if you don't have a relationship or you don't have high engagement, most likely they're falling into this. So, these are the inboxes that this guy tested. We have a couple more European ones, but the main ones are here. So to me, what I see here, Gmail cares about, if it was only Gmail, it'd be an engagement and a list issue. People I don't know if you know this, but Google doesn't report spam complaints.
Oh yeah. That's right? Another thing I've been saying.
That is an argument to have with people, isn't it? The link to show people is this one. This is the MOG link. So this is the Illuminati of email. This is the link you show them to prove that Google doesn't do it. We are part of MOG.
Okay.
Which makes there's 2-3 other ESPs that are part of MOG. It's going to be CakeMail because that's their back end, and MailChimp. There's 2-3 companies. No one else is a member of this group.
Okay.
In order to be a member, the reason is simple. An ESP is like SendGrid. SendGrid, in their terms and conditions, says you cannot do cold emailing, but we all know people use it for cold emailing. Right? Therefore, they would not be able to be part of this because they're not actually implementing those rules. Because the moment there's abuse, we suspend and delete if they don't change it, because abuse is abuse, but if it's a mistake, it's fine. We cannot be part of this. So any ESP that's part of this, or email marketing tool or SMS tool as well, because it's messaging, they be part of this. But this is usually the link that show them, like, Google, the most important inboxes do not provide the spam complaints. And then if you look at these ones, I mean, unless no one gives a shit about these on it. Comcast, Yeah. So it gives you an idea. If it was only Hotmail and Yahoo, the issue would be spam complaints and volume changes. Yahoo is being even more dickish about the volume change. You send 100 today and 150 next week, and they're pissed for some reason. So Yahoo is the same. So this customer in particular, from what we can see here, they have a list issue, 100%. And that's it. That's definitely it. They have Yahoo hates them because this is because I know it. They migrated from one place to the other, and they migrated too quickly. So they migrated the problem. So the problem came with them, but also they didn't have a problem with Yahoo. Now they do because they went too quickly. Altogether. Yeah. You have all the filters, the dates. Also, Google Processor keeps it for 120 days. The moment you give it to us, we'll grab all 120 days, and from then on we store it. So you will always have the data since you've given it to us as well. So we'll never expire.
So all longitudinal data. So I can go back a year, 2 years, and see the same.
Exactly. So the faster you connect it, the faster we store it, because Google removes them, right? You don't have to screenshot or whatever. Okay. We have this thing where, as well, because I had selected the filters, they go between themselves. If you select the filter and you go to the other dashboards, they will still be there. We have this thing called profile, and what I do is I have a profile for the customer, and I put all of his IPs, all of his domains, so that way when I'm looking at any of these dashboards or tools, I can just look at the customer. So this Outspot, they have these many domains, so this is a problem, right? Yeah. They're not a client anymore. I just saw the data.
Yeah, I do too with old clients. It's terrible.
You can imagine. This is just my own personal account, so it's whatever I connected at some point. For SNDS, the data SNDS, you can see it instead of that crappy fucking interface from 1991. You can see everything here, the IP status. So as you can see, so the save, so block. But this is interesting because it's very in your face instead of trying to figure it out.
I'm trying to fucking find it in that. Yeah. Okay.
And IP data as well. You have all this information in a table provided from Microsoft instead of that crappy, I don't even know if I can call it a table. Oh, Nakimba, you've never seen the SNDS, but like. Okay. Then we got the block list monitoring. You put the IP. We tell you if there's an RDNS. So like this one is not well done, and it's also like a VPS. It's like those IPs that people buy to like rotate real quick. And we tell you the block list and how long it's been on a block list. So so you can see over time that how this is since forever. So let's do past month. I think they're all green now, but apply. Okay. So you can see all the blocks and how long it's set. And we have over 400 block lists that we're connected to. So whenever the IP or the domain is on a block list, we let you know, and we let you know when it's off as well. So it's like, why did it last a month? Why did it last 3.4 hours.
Okay.
Also between us, if it lasts 4 hours, now you know that between 3 to 6 hours, Spam House rechecks your reputation every 3 to 6 hours. If you fix something, you can reping in 3 hours. Between that, they're not checking, so there's no point.
Okay.
You can tell the TLD of spam, of blocklist and stuff. For the domain,
do you have like as far as blocklists, do you have Spam Cop?
Yeah, we have everyone. Abusix, Spam House, over 400 of them. I have a list. I can give them to you.
Because there's like 7 that I really pay attention to, and then other
only me too. Some says PL because it proves they have spam complaints and they bought a list.
Oh shit.
DBL, it's crap like that.
Okay. Cool.
For the domain though, the thing that might be interesting, because I don't know if you're selling like authentication services or checkup or whatever. Some people do. I don't. I hate it because they don't want to give me the DNS, which of course that makes sense. But what you can do is that you can give us the DKIM selector so that we can double check that they're constantly authenticated.
Yeah.
So if they're not authenticated, we'll ping you, which can be something that you do in the background. And whenever it happens, it makes you look very, wow, you're on it.
Yeah.
Because you're monitoring it.
Right. And I do it via Google Postmaster. That's
okay.
Yeah.
It's just here we're checking the DNS. So the moment it breaks, we immediately know.
You can see it there, and I don't have to because Google doesn't. There's no like automatic.
It doesn't tell you who and where it came from.
They don't tell you shit. You have to look. Every fucking.
You can imagine why, right? You'd reverse engineer it.
Okay. Cool.
Then we got DMARC reporting. That is something that might be interesting because we try to be 15% cheaper because we're doing it usage based, not by how many domains you got. Pay whatever, no matter how much you're sending. So you got all the data based on tailor. So you can see where the emails are coming from, who are the people who are getting the most emails. Of course, it's Google. That's the only people I'm emailing myself. And there's no spoofing at the moment. So, but everything is there. If you want to do also, I can show you, like, it gets nitty gritty. So usually with the DMARC, you're going to get kind of this information. We have every single thing that the report tells us, we got it all. So if you ever want to figure out why are these actually us or not, it is us. You can check. We give it to you one by one. So if you see this red line, it's not authenticated. Why? Google calendars and stuff and forwards, because I have too many email addresses, so everything forwards. So it breaks the SPF for the DKIM based on the domain, but you can see everything. So if there's a source and you're like, I don't know what the fuck this is, or I do know and the customer didn't tell me they're using, Stripe to send emails, then you have it. So this is just DMARC. Yeah. There's nothing magical there. Lookalike domain, this is a security thing. So you can put a domain and we'll find all the domains that are similar to yours. And the reason why is you can do a lot of things with this. So one, like PayPal wants to be alerted when PayPal with a 1 appears. Yeah. So you can either tell them close it down, or you can go check and say, hey, they're not in the same business. It's fine. It's not a threat. But if people are buying similar domains as yours and they're in a similar business, because it just so happens you guys have the same kind of idea, like pet stores. If they have bad deliverability, it might affect you. If Google is not sure enough that this is not actually the same person. So it might be interesting to keep an eye on who looks like you, and then maybe as an agent to go get them as a client. Yeah, I like that. I like that because DMARC's great, sure, but it covers your singular domain only. But in internet marketing, and Nakimbe can attest to this, there's so much fucking plagiarism where people will take shit right from you, right out from underneath you. Yeah. So you can go do a lot of things, and it's important because we tell you the information. You don't have to figure out where it is. You know who to contact and say, okay, this is the customer I need to contact because they're pretending to be me. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a bit of security, right? At this point, it's long-term protecting your deliverability, because the whole point of deliverability is protecting and monitoring. It's not fixing the stupid problem because you have a list. Fucking A. So that's what it is. And then And then we got daily reports. So what we do is that we have every single tool in our thing. We got, so you can have one dashboard with all of them there. If you don't feel like clicking on it, you know, you log in one day, you go like this, and you're like, I'm done for the day. What you can do is you can have alerts. So every single tool you have here, you can create your own alerts. You can say, if Microsoft has an IP that changes to medium reputation, send me an alert. If Google Postmaster goes from green to bad, let me know. If the spam rate goes higher than 0.1, let me know. All the things that we can see here, they can all be alerts. So once a day, we'll send you an email with all the things of the day.
Okay.
So then you know exactly who you need to look at or who you need to contact. So in the ESP, because some are enterprise, some are just like, you know, self signups. What we have out of the box, just like that, is inbox placement tests. So if you've used a domain or like a domain, an email address in the past week, based on the email address that you've received, we're going to do an inbox placement test the next week, because that's the one we want to monitor. Because if you did something last week and you fucked it up, we'll know a little bit later, right?
Yeah.
So once this test is being this cool test is being done, customers aren't getting like a huge like amount of information like here. They get an email with kind of the overview. It would look kind of like this, but what you would fit in an email. So it would be, you know, where did the emails land? How many? How much? Mm-hmm. Are you on a block list? A definition of the block list that people can be like, oh, this block list that checks for senders that have high spam rates.
Okay.
Therefore, you generate high spam rates. Same thing for the IP if they have a dedicated IP, and then we tell them if they're still authenticated. So it's like a very dumbed down version. But if you were their agent, like the marketing agents, then you would have access to the data yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And my clients, they don't give a shit. They want to hear things are going fine, things are going great, and they love this. Hey, I spotted an error right away that might have put you in spam in a week, but I took care of it right away, so you're good. And they go, oh, thank you. I'm like, that's why you pay me. So
nice. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So the inbox placement test is there because it's like a Glock apps. It gives an idea. It gives me data. I have access to everything the customers are doing, and I can create alerts for myself as well. Because as an ESP, that's my big difference is that we have support for deliverability. We will converse and explain to you exactly what you need to do. If you want us to do it, then you pay us. Yeah. Or go to one of the friends that we trust. That's at your price range. The inbox placement test also proves we're not the problem. If the domain is there, the domain is on a block list, the IP is not, you know, we see the changes there. It allows us to do better migrations. So when people are like, no, go faster, and then you let go, and then like, oh shit, it was 100%, and now it's going down. You know, it gives them a little bit more information to stop complaining that MailChimp is the problem. MailChimp has billions of dollars. MailChimp is not the problem, right? It's not the ESP. So what the other thing that it does the authentication. You have no idea how many times I have to redo it because people delete it by mistake. The other thing that we have in it, automatically, of course, the domain and IP monitoring, that if something happens, we'll let you know. But if not, on that weekly report, everything is there. I've integrated, I don't know if you've used Bouncer before. It's a list cleaning tool. I put it one here so you can see the data. Bouncer, yeah. So this is called I don't know. Use Bouncer. So this dude, this is one of the best list cleaning things. So I integrated that one with my tool. So that was the idea. So I wanted to offer something that normal people can use. That's why out of the box, it's very simple. You got the inbox placement test. They won't know what to do with it. So they'll contact support, and we will support them. That is the important thing. We will support. I don't care if you send 2 emails. So when I took Bouncer, so let me show you what information you get from Never Bounce now. I haven't used it in like a year.
You get, oh my God. You get valid, invalid, spam traps. Do not send abuse. There's like 1 or 2 more.
Okay. So you tell me what you're missing, what I'm missing. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. But you have full mailbox, if it's full mailbox or not?
No. Oh, role-based, also role-based.
Role-based, yeah, we have role-based. Do you have
accept all.
You said disposable?
Okay.
So disposable inboxes are inboxes that the person may not have access to after 15 minutes, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Depending on your business type. So some people that are smarter, they're going to accept the double opt-in because they're a SaaS to confirm the account, but then they're not going to send marketing email. It allows you to be like, the double opt-in comes in and then, but not marketing, because, you know, like I'm a tool, so I don't really care that I'm a tool. That's the best sentence I've said today. I'm a SaaS product. So if the person signed up and they only wanted to log in to test it, I'm not going to send the marketing email. So therefore, in that case, the disposable is just one case. They have the toxicity. So got hard degree, black box. So black box is a spam trap check in the US. So Use Bouncer has black box in it, and you have all 5 levels. So number 5 is known spam traps and known litigators. 4 is known spam traps. 3, it's known complainers. So this might be Gmail, people that consistently complain or report emails as spam.
Yeah.
So if your customer has a problem, you don't really know who to remove. It's easy. Those are the people we want to remove first, or we segment to see, you know. And then 2 and 1 are different types of abuse that your email has been leaked, so there's more likely to be somewhere.
Okay.
Abuse is if they use their inbox to abuse people.
Yeah.
Our score is just their score. They've done a compilation of all this data. Did you mean is like a typo correction? So if somebody wrote like gmail.co, it will say gmail.com, right? Mm-hmm. Provider is my favorite column. So even though you see that it's like a domain-based email, it tells you which spam filter you're dealing with.
Interesting.
So now 2 things here that makes you that you can think about, and in the middle of the night you can send me texting, I have an idea. 1, you can monitor your opens and clicks per provider. Microsoft opens are always lower, iCloud are higher, and Google are higher, so you can monitor that. And then when you're doing the warm-up, if you're doing a migration or warm-up, you can do an actual warm-up. You warm up, you check how many Googles, how many Microsoft, how many Yahoos. So your number overall may not look like it's warming up correctly, but 2 Gmail, it was 500 today, 750 tomorrow, 1,000 the next day. Because if you're doing it randomly, it might be 499 Gmail, one Microsoft, and the next day 999 Microsoft and one Gmail. Shit warm up. But the customer sees 500 today, 1,000 tomorrow. I don't get why. So that helps with that. So the warm migration and the statistic. If, for example, Google is 99% of everybody's list, right? So if Yahoo, somebody has a small amount of Comcast, 5 people on the list, and all of Comcast decides to fuck up, you're going to see that your Comcast open rates were 2% or 5%. Well, it should be higher actually, because it's out of 10. So 10% minimum, and then consistently 0. Maybe I've got a problem with Comcast. So you can check you can monitor, you just want to make sure it's always a straight line. And you can also notice it, because if it's such a small amount of inboxes in your thing, well, then you're not going to notice that these people had a problem with, unless you're going to go actually check, which, I mean, how many are you going to check? I had done this for a customer, but you can see like their main was Google, Outlook, other than Outlook. After that, who's going to realize that one guy from NetEase is not getting it ever because NetEase doesn't love you?
Yeah.
Impossible.
Never even heard of NetEase in my fucking...
So that's what that's for. So the ESP, like, you can go sign up and do whatever you want. We're volume based. So my goal is I want to make it accessible to everyone, and we all want to make money. So based on the email credits you want to purchase, just like a list cleaning provider, you buy the credits and use them whenever you want. It's the same thing in volume. And that's it. I will never, that if the price goes up, it's the price per 1,000 emails that goes up. It's nothing else, not the structure. You have A/B testing, you got automations. We're connected to Zapier, which means you can connect anything to us. I met as many lists as you want, as many contacts as you want, as long as you're not using it to like clean your list for free. You know what I mean? Like, there's like off limits. As many domains, as many users, as many campaigns, as many templates, as many whatever the fuck you want. Use it, because if you're a small company and you want automations because you have a Shopify store, why do you have to pay an extra $30? You're sending one extra email. You've got 5 guys, 5 subscribers. So that was kind of the angle. Let's make it accessible to everybody in terms of price range, based on whatever country they're from, whatever status of their business they're in. Let's make sure the deliverability is maintained. At the end of the day, it's my reputation on the line. The promise is that deliverability is the best, because it's me taking care of it. I take care of all the migration. So even if you were getting paid to do it, you can just ask me to do it. We're doing it for free to make sure no one fucks it up. It reduces my support. It reduces the amount of accounts I need to stop. It reduces a lot of things. Every time there's anything issues, I'm annoying. We send emails to the customers and saying, hey, we've noticed this. Hey, we noticed that. People love our customer service. That's what it is. And my goal is to make sure they don't ever have deliverability issues. Yeah, that's the best part. It's not come give us your money and then it's not the IP, it's you. You should have. No. Things are done from the beginning. I'm more than okay to have difficult conversation with the customers. The customer is unhappy with the fact that his open rates aren't, like, I had a customer today, like a lead from Reddit who contacted me. He's like, my open rates are 80% and I moved. And I'm like, they might not have gone lower. They were shit before and they're shit now. Nothing's changed. No one's getting the emails anymore. You're not sending an email every day and you get 80%. You think that's real? 80% of your list is open. Come on. So if that's conversation we need to have, we'll sit down. I'll have a 3-hour conversation with people. No problem. The purpose is to make sure that they do it correctly. We'll do their DMARC, which means we need to do their G Suite. We need to do their Stripe account. We're going to do everything. If they're using Klaviyo at the same time as us or HubSpot, we'll authenticate that as well, because if you want to put DMARC, like that, So the moment you upload a list, so the first you have like 1,000 credits, or if you want to create an account, tell me, I'll put your limits to the max. You can test it. Let me know whenever you find a bug, we'll fix it. And we're working now on like really complex dashboards for data. So that thing I was telling you, like, how can I see only my Google traffic open rates over time? I'll have a filter. You'll click on Google and you'll have all from the account itself, all the traffic that went to Google, open rates, clicks, so you'll see everything over time. So that's the next thing. It's coming in the next 2 months, hopefully before the end of May, but I'm development June, the end of June. But that's going to be, I think, the most interesting thing. And maybe you can even advise us how you'd like to see the dashboards, because we're building them. Mm-hmm. We want like hardcore dashboards. So we've got I'm gonna have to let you guys go, so I have to go to another call. I don't know if you want to geek out a little later. The other thing that's interesting is that it's a white label product. So if ever you want it,
that was my question.
And it's so I'm gonna I don't know if I'm logged in now. Well, if I'm logged in as an admin. So after resell mail, so this is the admin, so I can go in. But let's say I signed out. So this is, I need to sign out as myself as well now. Is however you want it. Sign up for free. It's your domain at the top, your sender emails, your tracking links, your everything. You manage the limits. You manage, if you want to resell the A/B test at a higher price, I don't give a shit. I only care about the volume. I need to make sure I can pay the systems for the amount that you sent, and that's it. So then you can create your own pricing plan based on that, because you know exactly, and it's not per customer volume, it's you. If you make 1 million, you want to send 1 million emails, then you get the smaller pricing. It's not, oh, but you have a 25,000 account and 25,000, half of that, right. You know, no, your total volume is what you're going to pay me. So you know exactly how much it's going to cost. And then you can resell your plans the way you want. Right. And you can turn on and off features, and we're making it even more intuitive at the moment. So I don't know if if we want to sign in as like as a customer. No, I can't right now. I need to leave. I forgot. I need to stop talking. Do you by any chance, do you have the time a little bit later? We can geek out, or we can another day. Because we can do another day. I have so much shit I need to tell you. I have so many people I need to introduce you to.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely, okay, cool. Because I have my questions, but you got to go. I have to hop off and looking at SNDS. I see that already. All right, that's cool. Oh, yeah, this is the email console. This is not the email marketing tool that Nakimbe was talking to you. This is this is my deliverability monitoring tool. It's called Email Console. I'm not the only one there that has it. We're 3 people and that's it. So no one owns it except us. Okay. So we want to compete with validity, but we want to make it affordable for everyone as well. So we have the enterprise plans, as you can see, for all the crap. If you don't have dedicated IPs, you cannot do a SNDS, right? Yeah. So if a small customer wants it, or you would like to have it to offer it to your customers, like, look, we do inbox placement tests and blah, blah, blah. You know, you can have the data. So we'll start with the inbox placement because that's what's inside the ESP. Once a week, we'll do a test and we'll let you know how your inbox placement is at that moment.